Hello everybody, my name is Root, and today we'll be going over Varia Suit as well as Diffusion Beam. And Diffusion Beam mostly is where we will fight Kraid, who is known as the Big Green Time Waster, but before we get to that, let's begin. So from here, it's just a lot of movement to Varia Suit, a lot of things we've learned before, spin falls and things like that. But let me talk about this little part real quick, just this little part, because right here, it's a little bit of an annoying movement, I would say, but you come here, you can unmorph a little later, so that way you get a little bit of a faster drop. I didn't in this case, but that's not really what's important, in my opinion. What's important here is the next part, which is basically from here, what you want to do is you want to land, slide, do a little tiny baby jump, and then morph into this tunnel right here, and then jump over this item. You don't want this item, you'll waste 6 seconds just based off getting that item. This timing is a little bit tricky. It's pretty fast, and you might just end up sliding and ending up right here as a morph ball. If that happens, don't get too frustrated. It'll be fine. You can just climb into the tunnel and it works out either way. I think the most important part is just skipping this item because it wastes more time than it should be, and we're gonna get a 10 missile pack in about like 20 seconds, so you're fine. So from here, what you should do, and I didn't do in this case for some reason, is that you should just start shooting your beam right now. So that way you can take out these enemies right here and not get hit like I just did. But I didn't. I do it on the next one. I don't know what I was thinking. So from this tunnel right here, fall down, I decide to. A lot of this game comes down to what movement you are comfortable with and what you find comfortable. What I like to do is when I come out of this tunnel, I spin fall, and then I come down this way and I will slide here, jump morph into this tunnel, just like we did previously, skipping that missile pack. That's what's most comfortable for me. And I think that's what's easiest. It's pretty fast as well. We're gonna come down, shoot these blocks. So for this room right here, my recommendation, if you're just starting out, is to charge a charge beam, wait maybe like half a second, maybe a second, jump into this tunnel right here, and then don't release your charge beam. It's gonna auto release for you when you climb into this tunnel right here. So that way you can take out these enemies right here, and not have to worry about getting hit and wasting, you know, like a second or two, because now you're struggling to jump into this tunnel right here, which can be a little bit annoying. So I recommend doing that. The most optimal way, quote unquote, would be to do a really short hop, morph into this tunnel, and then you would be fast enough, depending on how good your jumps are, you would be fast enough to take a damage boost off of these enemies right here coming up this way. It's pretty fast. You just need really good jumps. I would recommend this way first and foremost, because it is the easiest way to not get frustrated when you're just starting out. So there's that, like that. We get this Missile 10 plus pack for Kraid, because Kraid is the most annoying boss. Well, one of the most annoying bosses in this game. I would give the most annoying boss to Golzuna at this point, because I hate Golzuna with a passion in my heart. But now we're in a teleportal going off to Artaria to head to Varia Suit. And now we are in Artaria, and the first thing we'll do is slide right, then slide left, take out this enemy. And here is a tiny little trick just to keep in mind. If you morph off a ledge at the right time, you will actually get a boost of speed off of the ledge instead of just falling into the water. It's very interesting. There is a specific timing towards it. You kind of get the feel for it. Not too difficult, and definitely something that can be utilized throughout the run. So you'll see it right here again, like that. You can take out that enemy before or after the morph. It's up to you. You're gonna jump morph into this tunnel right here, and then from here, I'm gonna explain this now before we get there because it goes pretty fast. So from here, you're gonna unmorph, jump onto this ledge, jump and shoot into a tunnel. So you're gonna see jump and shoot into that tunnel right there, so that way you don't have to worry about that enemy. I accidentally turn around here, that's my mistake, but you're gonna shoot these blocks right here, and what you'll notice is that you can slide. And if you slide at a perfect time, you will not only not fall into here, which is what you don't want, you will slide and keep going and keep your momentum all the way to the left. You're gonna need a jump here, but you will generally keep your momentum all the way through. So you'll see you do a little hop right here. Oh, I missed. But yeah, you need to do a little hop and you should be able to make it. This way. So there is a trick there that you can do. Normally, I don't go for this because I miss it a lot and I've never practiced it in my life. So that's my fault. I'm doing another gigantic jump. Oh my goodness. But here, if you jump at a good angle, okay, so charge a shot as you come out of the Morph Ball tunnel. And then what you will do is, and then you will keep holding it, and then you will jump and morph. And if you have really good timing, then not only, so you have to have a good timing and a good angle. And if you have both, I had a good angle, I did not have good timing, because I missed the ledge. So normally what would happen is you would not only go into the tunnel, but you would hit this door as well. So that way, it's just really fast, honestly. I unfortunately missed the tunnel, but I do hit the door, so we just come back in up. Charge a charge shot, because there is a charge beam door here. So you can just break that. We're gonna go through this room again. So not maybe like 40 seconds, we'll be back in this room. So here is our escape sequence that is in the middle of the game. It is a pretty simple escape sequence. It is exactly what you see. But if you have trouble on this part, particularly right here, because I used to, do not charge a charge shot as you go up this way. My recommendation is to hit this magnet right here, and then as you jump this way, fire 2 regular shots, and you should be able to break both of those blocks. Yeah, so another thing to note here is on this ledge over here, don't hang on this ledge. Instead, you want to go down this way, jump, kick all the way over here, and then you're going to do another small ledge hop over here, and that way the fire will start and you will be able to go a little bit quicker off into the next area. So you can jump more into that tunnel as well. Slide. It's a pretty simple escape sequence, but it can be a little bit tricky. In this area, you can charge beam to get rid of this door now. You can honestly also do it later, but you might as well do it now. Yeah. So, and then that is a Varia Suit. So yeah, going back to Caterus now, because we all love Caterus, don't we? We will go down here and slide off this ledge over here, because remember, sliding off ledges is chances are more beneficial than to just walking off of them. Most likely, in this case, slide off your ledge. You can charge your charger beam here. My recommendation is actually come down a little bit more this way and then shoot your charge beam from here. That way you can just slide under this enemy and not get hit. I unfortunately do get hit because I did not go down a little bit farther to the right. So you can slide off that ledge, slide morph off of this ledge, and then morph into that tunnel, or you can keep your morph into that tunnel. Remember, you can melee off ledges if there's basically like 2 of them, because then if I slide off here, it's a little slower because I'm sliding off here, going onto this ledge, and then sliding off again, as opposed to what I just did, which is melee, and I can go through all of this and not hit any more ledges, which is nice. So in this case, meleeing off this ledge is more beneficial. We can do that, slide off that, because remember, sliding is faster. It's just a matter of remembering where sliding is faster and where sliding isn't faster. In this case, sliding is faster because there's no point in meleeing off of this, because you get more airtime. In this case, you don't want more airtime because it's not beneficial to you to have more airtime. Make sure to slide off this ledge in particular. This one's important because if you slide off this ledge, you'll be able to get a very steep angle and not hit this. You'll see it in a second. I miss it, but you won't run into that. Just to keep your momentum. See, just like that. You can take down that enemy, charge a charge shot, and break that door. Slide off this, slide morph, unmorph, spin fall. Okay, I might start going through a couple of this a little bit faster because I feel like I'm just mentioning slides and spin morphs and things like that. I don't know if it's beneficial to keep mentioning them. Maybe it is, just so I really drill it, because they are very pivotal to the game. They're basically what the game is made of. Sliding, spin, falling, knowing where to melee, because movement is key in this game. Movement is ultimate, and nothing will usurp movement. No trick will usurp your movement. No, nothing will. So yeah, maybe I will keep doing it. So from here, we're actually going to slide to the left because there's actually crumple blocks here, which is nice. And then we're going to keep shooting, morph. An interesting little movement here that I didn't know for a while is that, so I slide morph here, and when the screen turns black, actually press the jump button. If you press jump and shoot down, you'll carry pretty much all of your momentum into the next room. My other recommendation here is to only shoot these blocks right here, because if you do that, you will cap your jump, and Samus will not go all the way up here if you accidentally press jump too hard. She will just cap her jump to this area, which will is beneficial. Once again, we don't want airtime. So yeah, like that. Slide down into the morph tunnel. So here we're actually going to take a couple of damage boosts. You slide into these enemies because once you slide into the enemies, it's actually a less amount of, my brain is saying end lag, like I'm playing a fighting game, but it's like a less amount of end lag, I'm going to say, for Samus to keep moving again. So slide into those enemies, slide morph into this tunnel, unmorph and spin fall down here, spin fall to the right, do a little jump, take down this enemy, break this block over here. I don't think I need to pause for this. Actually shoot and break that block. As you're going down this way, make sure you are shooting so that way you can take care of this block a little bit faster. Mine was a little bit slow, unfortunately, and you can actually jump and shoot. So once I hit the middle point right here, I start shooting, so that way I can start taking care of that blob. So like that. See, taking care of pretty quickly. And then we're heading towards Kraid, my beloved Kraid. I would recommend breaking this blob, by the way, right here, because you'll be able to then, you won't mantle into the tunnel, you will just, or climb into the tunnel. I don't know why I'm saying mantle in the tunnel. You won't climb into the tunnel, you'll just be able to slide through. So that's why I break that blob up there. It's not just for funsies, even though it's pretty fun. Skip the cutscene pretty quick. Now, Kraid, in the beginning, all that we're gonna do is we are literally just mashing missiles into his face. And if he does this, is really bad RNG. This is the RNG you don't want, is this Spitfire nonsense that he's doing because he's mean. But if he does do that, recommendation is to do quick charges into his mouth and just keep shooting him. It's the worst RNG. It really sucks. But if you do that, hopefully you... Oh, Nails is a good RNG. hopefully we'll be able to go into the second phase pretty easily. So yes, the first phase is basically missiles, and if he does his Spitfire attack, charge shots. If not, keep missiling into his face and everything. So for the second phase, I'm going to take a second to pause here. There's two ways to do this. The hardest way is called the IWJs or the SWJs, depending on who you ask, which stands for the infinite wall jump or the single wall jump. It is, in my opinion, a really difficult trick. I would not worry about it if you're just starting out. It will be the most frustrating thing you learn. If you are interested in seeing what it's like, I do have a tutorial on it. I did make one. I'll also link other tutorials just in case that you find them more beneficial than my explanation. So I'll link those as well. But in this case, I'm going to show the easiest way to deal with him if you're just starting out, which is to shoot at his belly. So there's two things that can happen here. He can either give you really good RNG and just start throwing, I don't know what these are, I'm gonna call them logs, his logs out of his belly, so that way, or either nails, I don't know. So that way you can climb up to the top. That is one way. Or what's most likely gonna happen, that's the good RNG. What is most likely going to happen is that Kraid is going to be mean, and he is going to make you shoot his belly all the way until it's filled up purple, and then he will shoot logs again, and the magnet will come down for you to be able to go up to then smash missiles into his face. So in this case, I got bad RNG. He covers his belly, shoots logs, and then the magnet comes down, and I am able to go all the way up and start mashing missiles into his face. So this is pretty simple. He's throwing nails. This is really good RNG. He has 3 different attacks. He can throw nails at you, he can give you a counter animation, or he can do this thing where he swings his fist at you. This is one of the most dangerous ones. I hate that. So the thing about Kraid, let's talk about Kraid for a second, is everything he does is RNG. Literally everything he does. That swing has so many different timings that like there is no one way to time it. You literally have to look at it and react. And I always have trouble. He actually gave me good RNG here. He's so nice. He's so sweet. Do you see the log already coming out of his belly? He was like, I need you to explain this route. So here you go. Yeah, so good RNG. He gave me the logs out of his belly so I can go up and shoot his face again because he sucks. He's trash. And he is down though. So yeah, so there's 3 attacks that he has. The punch is the meanest one, and you normally want the nails into the punch, I would say. But that is Diffusion Beam, and we are done with that. So that felt like a lot. Hopefully it didn't feel too bad, but I'm gonna leave it off here. Hopefully that was a decent enough explanation of everything. I might go through things a little bit faster. Instead of pausing every 2 seconds, I might just be like, spinfall here, slide here. But I'm not sure. I mean, maybe it's helpful to do that. Like I said, movement is key. Nothing will usurp your movement. So I do think it's important to really understand that and really drill that point in. So we'll see what happens. But next time we will go into grapple into Morph Ball bombs, I believe. So yeah, hopefully that was a good explanation. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. But for now, once again, my name is Root. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.